Hey folks, welcome back to Good Germs Off-Road Adventures. And before we get started with the, well, why are you barking? Anyway, before we get started with what is part 3 of what I've been calling the epic adventure through Panamint Valley and the Panamint Mountains and things, I just want to, address just a couple of little things. First, I want to say thank you to everybody that's watched the videos. I know it's not a lot of you that have watched them so far, and that's okay. These are my favorite kind of videos to do. It's a lot of work, but it's the most fun. It takes a lot of hours to edit and put them together. But like I said, the first thing I want to do is thank you all for watching and coming along this adventure with me and my daughter Brittany. Second, my hat is crooked because my head is crooked as usual. And apparently I haven't shaven in 30 hours or so. So now I've got a gray thing going on all over my face. So third, I want to talk about Pleasant Canyon a little bit. That's the main focus of most of this, well, at least the first half of this video anyway. I've been going up to that area and exploring for probably about the last 15 years. Sure, that sounds right. Pleasant Canyon, it's got a spring that runs year-round, right down through the middle of the lower section of it. And it's always a nice ride. You've got brush that overgrows. Usually it's grown up on the sides, and you'll see that in the video. But you've got water running through the middle. And I've always wanted, to go through there after there's been a lot of rain or a lot of snow and the water has just destroyed the trail. Well, finally got my wish, and you'll see how happy I am about it when we get there. It was pretty well washed out and a whole lot of fun getting through. I bring this up only because it got a little dramatic for a few things. One, I got very happy to see the trail in its current condition. And then secondly, it was challenging. And while my daughter is perfectly capable of navigating and riding through there, it's been about 10 years since she's ridden on any kind of a challenging trail. And it's been about 4 or 5 years since she's ridden anything at all. So there were some spots she didn't feel comfortable and she wanted some help getting through. I was a little dramatic and I'm sorry. I was a little bossy and I'm sorry. But you know what? It was a great adventure. We had a great time. I hope you enjoy watching us come through there as well. And then, at the end, we explore Ballarat and tell some stories. I don't claim them all to be true, but they're good stories. But I think that's about it. Again, thank you all for joining both of us on these videos. And we hope to see you in the next one. Enjoy. Okay, viewers, we're going to head back down the canyon, well, not back down, but down Pleasant Canyon, back down to Ballarat. Quick elevation check, we're right at 4,600 feet, so we've already dropped nearly 3,000 feet since we were at the peak anyway. We're going to head back down and enjoy this ride. Yep, I was just getting ready to talk about that. This trail to the left here is a newer path that takes you up to the Ratcliffe Mine. I've come down it once. It's deep switchbacks. But when we get a little bit around the corner, you'll be able to see how it goes up the side of the mountain and kind of where Ratcliffe Mine is. We have to get a little bit further down and then you can look back and we can see it. But you can actually see these switchbacks all the way from Ballarat.
I'm smelling fresh donkey doo-doo again. Look at all these little cactuses growing out of the side of the mountain here. Well, viewers, you know, the video's not over yet, but before we even get there, I just want to say thank you all for joining me and, you know, Brittany on this adventure today. Well, look at that. That's pretty neat. I don't know what this is part of, but there's the cable running across. Well, why does it go over there? I mean, clearly, it's anchored here. Where does it go? Oh, wow. Yeah, get down to where I am and look up the cable. That is probably not going to come on the GoPro. I'm going to do my best to zoom in on it. Might be a little not, you know, grainy, but look at that up there. Could you imagine having to work up there? I mean, I don't even know if there's a footpath. I'm kind of speechless at how you would even get there. I'm assuming once you've got the cable, you just ride the ore buckets. But how'd you get it all up there to begin with? That's cool. So anyway, viewers, like I was saying, I know the video's not done yet, but before we even get there, I want to thank you all for coming on this adventure with me and my daughter. We've always enjoyed off-roading and riding the quads together, and her birthday was just last weekend. We didn't get to celebrate it because we were in two different places. However, we're kind of celebrating it this weekend, and this has just turned out to be just a really special day with me and Brittany, and I want to thank you all for joining me and enjoying it with us. Why is that one yellow rock just sitting right there? Huh. Look at this geology. That's right, I said geology again. Right there. Huh. Yeah, it's amazing. I just like how the green just fills in all this black rock. I also like how this rock is black and then kind of gold or tan or whatever. Here's more cables. I don't know. Let's see if we can see. It's going to be right up this wash right here. I can't see what they tie off to or where they go up there, but it's going to be up that. Huh. Well, at least there's some water on the road, but I keep getting the whiff of what smells like barbecue and onions. I just hit those rocks. Don't do that. What's that? No, this is Pleasant Canyon. This used to be grown over, but you can see they've cut it away. Like the last time we were all here, remember it was like super narrow and overgrown over the top. I'd come up this in the excursion now. This is the bypass. Up there is the bypass. People said they used it. I believe them because I don't see any tire tracks here. They said it's washed out. We'll see. Just do what I did. It's fine. I do see what they're talking about. This is pretty good. Yeah, follow me, that's easy. straddle that. It works. So viewers, we were talking to some nice people up at the top of Rogers Pass, and they said that the people down at the caretakers in Ballarat had told them to use the bypass that runs up above us here because the main path here was washed out. Well, they're not wrong. It is washed out, and right now I'm just trying to figure out the best path to get through some of this. I'm going to go for a straddle move. Am I wide enough to straddle this? It gets wider up here, so yeah, I'm going to do that. See, right here it gets wider. Oh, no, that's not bad. Just go right here, scrape the bushes with the cameras. That's okay. Ah, all right. Why make things hard? Do it the easy way. Listen to your kids. Okay. Yep. The road is not in great shape through here. I'm enjoying that. And right here to our right is a slightly used pick-em-up truck. Oh, yes. You're looking at me, you can't see what I'm seeing, but if you're looking at this camera, you can. Yes. Ow, right in the face. Oh, yes. Awesome. No, that was awesome. I'm so happy. Although this is not as fun. You just have to be a little bit afraid not to get in the bushes, or not afraid to get in the, whatever, you know what I mean. Get bushwhacked is what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to watch where you're putting your tires. You don't want it to fall in the rut. Perfect. Oh, shit. Well, yeah. All right, well, you want to hold on a minute? Because I need to climb out of this real quick. I will need four-wheel drive. That was neutral. How am I going to get it up? Or do I just ride in the rut? All right. What, right here? Let back end come off the ground? All of it or just one? Yeah, well, it's one of those cases where you just keep it rolling. Here, I'll get it. Okay. That camera's running. It's because I learned something. Okay. Yeah, I see that. All right. What I want to do is climb up out of this rut, but I don't think I can. So what I'm going to do is just ride one wheel in the rut all the way down. Well, watch me and see how it goes. It's not so bad. That first part is the only scary part. There you go. It's going to feel uncomfortable. That's the worst part right there. After that, it's easy. I see perhaps an opportunity to get out of this. Right here. A little bit more. Yep, and then shift it to the right. Now we're going to come back in here. It's not bad. Yeah. This is sketchy. There's a big ass boulder right here. Because the trail is disappearing in front of me. Oh, maybe it's okay. Go drive wheels on that boulder. Oh, it's easy. Yep, this is working. Yeah, you're fine. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo, yeah. Shit, it gets worse again. Somebody placed a boulder in a very bad place right here. Do you want me to... Shit. Do you want me to come back for you on that one? It wasn't bad dropping in, it's just getting over this. Yep, let me get out the way real quick. All right. A tiny bit left and come on. There you go. It's going to drop, the right side's going to drop down right about now. Okay, turn left, 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 left. Easy, easy, easy. Very carefully come up to this rock with your left front and stop. Okay, now, very slowly just creep over that rock. And as you do, the quad's gonna level. There you go, a little bit more, turn left, left, left. Boom. Okay, now it's just more of the same. Try to watch what I'm doing here. That was easy. Okay, I'm gonna go right. And I'm gonna go right into these bushes because I don't have a choice. Um, okay, go hug the right into these bushes, but you see how I'm on the edge here? There's a boulder right here in this bush that I'm trying not to get stuck on with the tire. You'll see it, but you see I made it just fine. Yeah, come on. Just get yourself into the bushes. You'll see that rock on the right. You don't want to be on it. Like you just did. Stop, stop, stop. You said, give me all the throttles. All right. You're not going to like this. Okay. Reverse. Now you're really not going to like this. Put your thumb on that yellow button on their left. Hold that. And very easy on the gas. Okay. See, the problem is you bounced off the rock I was trying to warn you about. Okay, stop. Very gingerly on the throttle. Keep going. Go, 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 go. All right, perfect. See, look behind you what you were going to fall in. We're good now. You're welcome. All right, now for the next. Yep, low 4x. This is not bad. You're going to want to get over here to the right like this. See? Damn. Okay. This is going to be a weird straddly bit. Just bear with me. You hear I'm like easy on the throttle? What you don't want to do is have your right fall. If anything falls, make your left fall, but that what I did was pretty good right there. If you can do that, the tires will take care of you. Okay. Your left wheels need to come up on this. Left, a little bit left. Keep coming. There you go. Straight, 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 straight. Straight, 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 straight. Yes. Keep coming. You're good. All right, now drop in. It gets so much worse up here. No, yeah. All right, tires in the water. Come on. Slow. When you get here, she's going to fall hard to the left. All right, now you can get off if you want, and I'll walk this one too. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I walked it. Hold the brake. You don't have to hold it hard, just a little bit so it doesn't roll forward into my quad. Sit tight. Come on, baby, drop in. There you go. That's my girl. Let me get it further up here and I'll come back up, okay? They weren't kidding. Holy hell. Yeah. There we go. This might feel a little uncomfortable, but should be nothing compared to what we've already done. Actually, that was fine. Okay. Want good news? This is the last of the water. Oh. Whoo, lordy. We can take them out of 4x4. We can put it down in high, 2-wheel drive. Well, that was exciting. Holy cow. Not bad. We're good. We're good. Oofta. If I see these and I don't get pictures, I will have my ass royally kicked by Tam. And I know, you know I'm right. Well, viewers, that is almost worth its own video, and in fact, it may get its own video. Maybe just highlights from the weekend or the day trip, and that might get, because it took a while to travel that half mile. I'm not kidding. So, that may be worth its own video, and it was a hoot, and I am not kidding. Had to use some skills, had to get off the quad and walk it a little bit. All good fun. Okay. But like I mentioned before, the nice people we were talking to up by Rogers Pass were saying that the caretakers in Ballarat had told them that the canyon was washed out completely and to use the bypass, which is up that way. And well, we didn't listen. We just thought, well, if it's washed out, we'll just turn around and go back up. But you don't know how bad it is until you get down in it, and when you're down in there, well, there's no room to turn around, so you just got to figure out a way to keep going forward. As you can see, we've done that, and now we're better for it.
Well, viewers, we're back down in the town and it's, well, windy. But we're gonna walk around, do some things, and maybe chat about some history here and there. So I'm not 100% sure, but I've been told by the caretakers here, one of my other trips up here, that this building right here was actually the schoolhouse. But like I said, I'm not real sure. Caretakers, you know, if anybody's gonna know, they should know. But not much left of it. Bit of a fence around it, probably was well protected at one point, but you know, these adobe structures, they just melt back away into nature. Okay, viewers, so this structure here was the actual post office for Ballarat. I actually have some photographs from one of my first couple of trips here where the building's actually in pretty good condition, but as you can see, Mother Nature's taking it back, right? Now there is some debate, a little bit. I don't know who debates it. A book debates it, because that's where I've discovered the debate, that this was actually Shorty Harris's cabin. However, when there's a picture of Shorty Harris in front of his own cabin, it looks nothing like this building. This building should be the post office, and I do believe that this ruin right here is the remains of Shorty Harris's cabin. Now, like I said, I do believe. That doesn't make it true. That just means it's what I believe. I choose to believe that this here is the remains of Shorty Harris's cabin just because it's close to the post office. And in some of the pictures that I've seen, it looks like you can see post office in the background, even though it calls Shorty Harris in front of this cabin, saying it's his cabin. So anyway, we're gonna head back up and take a look at a couple more of the structures, take a look at the jail, and we're gonna talk about that truck that's sitting up there. Now that I look at this one, maybe this was Shorty Harris's cabin. I have no idea. But that's a more complete than the other one. It's got wood to hold that wall up before it falls down. Definitely a cool structure here. I would have loved to have seen what this looked like, you know, back when it was a thing. You know, of course, no town, present or ghost, would be complete without a jail. And I just noticed this gravesite here, and I don't know if it's always been here or not. I think I'm gonna have to go back to some of my old photographs and have a look. And we're gonna assume it has been, because look at the headstone that's here. It doesn't look like it's new, but it's hard to say. Dusty Dan, 1897, 1948. Survived by his wife. His wives? Offspring. Oh, survived by the wife's offspring. I don't know, that's hard to read. And the dog. Oh, the burro and the dog. Sure, okay. Of course, we've got a rock to hold the door shut because it is a blustery, blustery day. So let's move the rock and have a peek inside. Okay, here we go. Please don't be any snakes in here. Last time I went in a building, there was a snake in it. Well, this is pretty neat. There's a chest of drawers. Yeah, well, that's pretty neat. We're inside of a jail morgue thing, and now we're going to leave it. Okay. So you may wonder why the only real building that's left here is the jail morgue, and that has been reconstructed or rebuilt. But that's the only building that's really made out of wood. Everything was made out of adobe. There's no trees. So what else are you going to make your building out of? There's no logs. So the wood had to be all imported, right? So you import all the wood. You build whatever structures you're going to build out of wood, then you do everything else out of adobe, because that's what you have here is adobe. Then what happens after that is when the town goes bust, there's no reason for people to leave here anymore. Instead of leaving the buildings, what they would do is they would tear them down, transport the wood to another town that they would construct for another mining boom somewhere else. So that's why a lot of these ghost towns that had a lot of wood buildings and they're in the desert, the wood buildings have been removed just to rebuild the town somewhere else. Whatever you do, do not put your hand in there. You won't like it. Just some cool old mining equipment. The front end of, I don't know, Ford, I don't know, maybe. It's got an oval. We'll pretend it's a Ford, sure. Oh, we found more webs, did we? Oh yeah, yeah, don't put your hand in there either. A lot of this old mining equipment, a lot of this stuff was just used to power the mills or power the air compressors, things like that. Water pumps. Cool old crane truck. Sure, that's what we'll call it. Sitting behind it is the old Dodge Power Wagon. And we're going to talk about this old Dodge for a minute. When you get into the history of Ballarat, one of the things that a lot of people don't know about is Ballarat's ties to Charles Manson and his family and this truck. So Charles Manson, in the final days of the family before they were, caught by the police, they were holed up down at the Barker Ranch, which is roughly about 15 miles down Wingate Road, up Coyote Canyon? Goler Canyon? One of the canyons down there, I can't remember which one. Barker Ranch is a few miles, maybe 5 or 6 miles up the canyon from the Wingate Road. They were holed up there, that's actually where they were captured. However, this truck here, this Dodge Power Wagon, Charles Manson had bought a couple of these from Army surplus. As the family started to get word that the police were closing in, Tex Watson actually jumped in this truck and decided he was going to drive this thing all the way to Texas. And well, this is where it broke down. Maybe not in this exact spot, but it broke down here in Ballarat, and he managed to hitchhike his way the rest of the way to Texas, and then he was caught. I think it's Texas. If it's not Texas, I'll correct myself in the video. But yeah, so this is one of the power wagons that Charles Manson had purchased, and inside on the roof you can see the family's artwork. So it's also kind of, I don't want to say neat, but what's kind of also neat about that is down at the Barker Ranch, one of the outbuildings has the stars all over it, still painted on the inside. Now the ranch building itself was burned down by vandals, I think somewhere around 2009. I've been there and seen it after it was burned down. It's kind of neat to see, but the one of the outbuildings, I don't know if it was a guest house, I think it was one of the guest houses, has these stars all up inside of it. And it's just a little creepy to know that, you know, them folks did that, and we're standing here next to, you know, a vehicle that was owned by the guy. So all of that story, you know, I don't claim it to be 100% true, but it is based on all the research that I've done. You can find plenty of publications that talk about this truck and its ties to Charles Manson and his family and Tex Watson. But why would it not be true? I mean, everything makes sense. There's the stars in there. He had two of these things. Well, I think that's probably going to go ahead and do it for the day. Really enjoyed you coming along with us. It was an incredible day. Hope you all had fun. We sure did, especially coming down Pleasant Canyon. Like I said, that may just be a video all on its own, because that was, well, it was fun. Anyway, if you're not already subscribed, look, I'd really appreciate it if you went ahead and do that. It's still easy, it's still free. You just push the thing that says subscribe, and then we can all be best friends. Okay, with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and sign off. We'll see you next time, and in the meantime, ride safe. Bye-bye now.